What's up, YouTube? I know it's been a while. I've been taking a little sabbatical. I've been 17 years of this. I finally had to spend some time with my family, but I'm doing a little video today on blades and the differences in blades. We just got some new bad boy Vengers in, 60-inch deck, 7-gauge, 2800 serviceable transmissions, $43.99. I just got 10 of them though. A little deal for y'all, but you know, everybody just comes in and they just want a set of blades. They have no idea what the differences in blades are. So I kind of wanted to give y'all a little lesson on blades. I have not been here today or yesterday, so I was wondering how they'll react when I walk in the door with the phone in my hand. But yeah, I want to show y'all the differences in blades and why, you know, each mower brand for each deck will have. I've got some companies have 9 different blades for that mower. And you've got to keep in mind that the mower turns the blades 18,000 times per minute. So that's why these are so important for y'all. Looks like the city's working on our street, got the street shut down. That's good for business, ain't it? But yeah, the blades turn 18,000 times a minute. So that's why they're so important for what you pick to go on your lawnmower. So let's see what we got back here. See how dirty it is. Yeah, like I said, I hadn't been here in a while. So I want to go over why we have so many different blades for each mower, which they're probably grabbing a set right now. What's up, Caleb?
Hey.
See if I can set this up somewhere where y'all can let's turn this fan off so y'all can hear me. And I know it's been a while since I've been here and I didn't have a gimbal. I just grabbed the phone. I'm not gonna be here long. Me and my wife, we're taking a road trip. We have never done a road trip as a family. I've never done it in my life except to go somewhere. You know, or deliver a mower or something or do something for business. So we're gonna head over to my wife's never seen the Grand Canyon, so we're gonna stop by the Grand Canyon and then we're gonna go to Redding, California, where I used to live, and I'm gonna show her some amazing places. We're gonna check out Mount Shasta and Bernie Falls and Castle Crag, and we're gonna go up through Oregon and go to Montana and check out Glacier Park. But anyways, guys, you hear me talking about blades all the time. Let's see if I guess that's it on this side. But yeah, I want to spin it around, but I don't know if I can edit it right. Yeah, let's try to do this. Anyways, let's just go back to normal. Let's go back to all right, so the reason you hear me talking about blades is because of 18,000 times a minute. And this is what your lawnmower typically always has on it. This is a high lift blade. This is normally what every mower comes with. This is bad boy. It has a little cutout. It just changes the airflow a little bit. Grasshoppers high lift is going to look more like this blade here. Yeah, this is going to be a normal grasshopper. That's a medium lift. This is going to be a normal grasshopper. Where am I at? I got to get used to doing this again. All right. This is a normal grasshopper high lift. You notice they have a little bit longer sail. Their airflow is a little bit better. They cut more like a Scag that way, just have a little more airflow in the blades. Scag also does this with their factory blade, which is here. This is Scag factory hollow blade. This is also a Ferris ICD or a Stihl blade. They use this longer sail. It just helps with the airflow. Fun fact is you can run this Scag blade on the bad boy on the R series. It does really good. On the older decks, it blows way too much grass on you. Just because it's just too much. But anyways, all right, so that's normally what your mower comes with. Now let's talk about your differences. So for that's good for all around mowing. So you can typically just throw a factory blade on and roll, you know. 2 problems with that. In the spring, when you get a lot of clover, you get a lot of buildup and stuff on your deck. When you get a lot of buildup, you're going to want as much flow as possible. And so what I do is in the clover and in your wet grass season, early spring, I usually switch to what we call an extra high lift or ultra high lift blade. And so this is just simply a longer sail. If you'll notice, this is a normal bad boy lift. This is an ultra lift. So all they do is they just put more sail. It's a little taller, and they also put more backing in it. See, you can imagine at 18,000 times a minute how fast that turns, how much difference this makes. Every brand does this. So they'll call it ultra or super high lift blade. I gotta take my sunglasses off. This is a 72-inch bad boy ultra sail, just a little bit more. The cool thing about bad boy, they've swapped to a different brand. These are Oregon blades here. They're fusion treated. I don't know what company's building these. There's not a whole lot of information on it, but they're more they've got a treatment on them that's just a lot heavier duty. So I like the new bad boy blades. Also the sails, the cuts longer on the blades. But anyways, yeah, so ultra high lift. Now, the other extremes that you've got is you can take this thing to a next level, right? So I don't know if y'all have heard me talking about Gator G6s before, but this is basically a Gator G6. Always look for this what G it is, because you got a ton of different Gator blades. This is not a mulch blade. This is a high lift blade that rips the grass. So this will bring a little more lift, and it will also cut the clippings up finer for you. So this is a really good upgrade for you. These blades cost a little bit more. They are treated a little bit better, so these blades tend to last a little bit longer. I'll go back to the other G numbers in a little bit. All the other G numbers are basically mulch blades, just different styles of mulch blades. Your next step up is to go something more extreme. Ballard makes a dual blade system, but the only thing that sucks about the Ballard system is that you're basically just stacking two blades on top of each other. So you have two different heights in the blade cut. A Dixie chopper X-blade system, on the other hand, has a cutout in the blade, and you set it inside the blade, and so they're both even. So on my bad boy, little tip, when I used to mow yards for a living, I rented Dixie chopper X-blades on my bad boy. I'd have to drive 30 miles to go pick them up. They used 10 years ago, they were $112 a set. There's no telling what they cost today. But also you can get the same effect going with a system like this. This is Megmo, and what they do is all you have to replace is these little knives. And so they used to be $5, but I think they're like $8 a knife now. And your whole system, you'll spend $300 or $400. The dude that owns this is super nice. You can just call him. He'll custom make them for your mower. And one of these is, two of these are my old set. This is one of my old sets on my mower. This is another old set that I had. And this is another old set of my demos. I need to break these back out, start putting them back on my mowers. I don't sell a whole lot of these. It's more extreme. You tend to get more dirt on you from this. When you turn them on, it sounds like a helicopter going off. The other negative you have to these is that it can wear out your spindle bearings a little faster. All right, so we went through that. Now we've got some other options. Grasshopper has a special blade that's called a contour blade. This is more for like high-end Zolcia, really like football field stuff like this. This is really for a high-end cut. This is what one dealer just sells these for everybody. You have a Grasshopper mulch blade. This is a wavy mulch blade, so this basically just takes a wave in it, mulches up the grass. Your other style of mulch blade that you can get is like the Gator blade, which is simply like this. This is a Gator mulch blade. You'll notice the difference in the G6. The G6 will have the cell on the end. This will just be mulch blade. So a lot of mowers will use this. I noticed Bad Boy and a lot of other brands went to wavy blades. You can still get Gator blades for them. This is basically a G3. You can also get these in Silver Streak with one brand. They're all basically the same. All the way from G3 to G5 are basically going to be like this. A G5 blade, just a little heavier duty in the Gator. But yeah, so mulch blades, wavy blade or the sails, which are like these. That's just a regular Bad Boy mulch blade. A different style Bad Boy blade is like this, just a wavy blade. All right, so now you're getting a lot of grass on you. It's getting a little drier. And what you can do is you can lower your lift. So this is what we call a medium lift blade. So if you'll notice, there's not as much sail on the medium lift blade. You can also go low lift, which is just a little bit smaller blade. If you got a lot of sand that's eating up the sails real bad, you want to go to a lower lift. If you're blowing a lot of dust all over you, you want to go to lower lift. The only thing is, when you go to this, it will not suck up the grass near as good as a higher lift. You know, so just keep that in mind when you go to the lower lift blades. So medium lift, low lift, and then you've also got what I call a flat blade or a sand blade. I noticed some companies are getting away from them. I don't know if I got one sitting here. We do have a lot of sand here around the river. Trying to go through. I got a flat blade. Anyways, I don't have to dig. So basically what a flat blade is it's got the cut on both sides and it's just flat. What's cool is when you wear this side out, you can just simply flip the blade over. It's the same exact on the other side with the same exact cut. So you can get twice the life out of the blades. Again, the only problem is it doesn't suck your grass up very good, so you'll have a lot of stringers. So you guys that have stringers, the reason you have stringers is, one, your tire is running over the grass, bending it down. Then two, your deck doesn't have enough suction to get the grass up. So that's the reason why we go to extreme lifts and systems like this to keep the stringers from being behind you. That's the only reason you have a stringer. The other reason you have a stringer too is your deck pitch. You know, typically every mower comes out of the factory with a 1/4 inch pitch down in the front. You know, you can pitch it a little higher to get more suction, but be careful when you lift it up higher and you stop. Sometimes you can just suck your sod straight out of the ground. So you don't really want a flat deck. You get extremely too much suction. The perfect pitch is right here. Also, when you see a deck pitched down too far, it's not getting hardly any suction and you're only just cutting this type of grass. So you always, if your tires are a little low in the front, I'm talking about 3 PSI off, you're gonna have a lower cut, a lot less suction. So 3 PSI pressure in the deck is going to make a giant difference. Also, if you overinflate your tires in the front, you're going to have more of a pitch that's like this. You're going to have too much extreme suction, so you're going to have too much buildup in the deck. To set your deck perfectly, just put it flat on the concrete. Your front arms are just to do the pitch. Just have to adjust them slightly. Your back arms are the entire height of your deck. So the back arms are where you do your major adjustment. Front arms are where you tweak it. Be careful with your front arms because you can warp your deck with those front arms. All right, what are we going to next? I think I've kind of covered everything. You've got some other systems, but all in all, low lift, medium lift, high lift, ultra lift, right? Or just normal blades. Mulch blades, you've got several different styles. Then you've got the Gator G6. Then you've got like your Ballard X blade, which is okay. I'm not a big fan. I really like the ones that have the indenture and you set the blade inside. I know Dixie Chopper does it. I don't know if some other companies do it. I hope Ballard's working on it because a lot of you guys are buying Ballard stuff. But yeah, that'll get, and also just the grade blade. So if you'll notice, you can buy like a Sunbelt blade like this, right? This is a XHT Sunbelt blade. They have different grades and different thicknesses. But the problem is when you buy blades off the internet, like this blade here's a lot jankier. This blade's not going to last near as long. I used to could sell those for like $10 a pop, but now they've got almost as expensive as a normal blade. Your Scag has a heavy duty blade, which is here, and this has the same treatment those new bad boy blades have on it. Very, very longer lasting, not really any thicker. And then this is a standard Scag blade, which is there's almost a $4 or $5 difference in these two blades. This blade's not going to last near as long as this blade. So a lot of customers come in, they want a heavy duty blade. Some dealers don't even know there's a difference in their blades. Bad Boy also does the same thing. When you buy an MZ or an Avenger, it comes with a little bit lighter grade blade. And if you're not careful, you'll order those blades for stock instead of ordering your heavy duty blades. Also, it's not going to hurt your MZ to run the heavy duty blades. Hustler's the same way. They put some jank blades. This is almost like sheet metal. This is what's on the dash. So that's a 42-inch dash blade. What we have been doing is we've been running it's just a 60-inch blade, that goes on the fast track. Put that blade on the mower. The only thing is they're little rinky-dink spindles, so you're wearing out your bearings a little faster. But your blade's not sheet metal. Yeah, that blade is actually the same exact blade as well, basically this. You can put this blade, notice, well, that one's a 61, but you see the concept. When you get a 60-inch blade from somebody else, you can run the other thing that a lot of people don't know is Toro, Exmark, Ferris, Scag, Badboy, Spartan. Nearly all these companies, you can run the same blade from other brands. So if you can't find a blade in your, this is a 60-inch Hustler extreme lift blade, right? This goes on the VX4 deck. You can run this blade on a 60-inch Hustler fast track and get more suction. You can run this blade on a Bad Boy, get more suction on the 60-inch deck. You can run this blade on your Scag. That's almost the same Scag blade. Toro, Exmark, you can run this blade on a 60-inch deck just about from any brand. All you're looking for is a 5/8 hole, your hole size here, and the length of the blade. So the other thing a lot of people don't teach you is when you measure this blade, it is measured from this corner to this corner like a TV. So you'll run your tape measure directly across. I usually flip the blade over, and I measure it on the back side. That measures the blade perfectly. So at 21 inches, well, this will be 20.5 inches from this point to this point, 60-inch deck. So that way you'll know how to measure a blade. Do not ever measure it from end to end. You'll never, ever get the right blade for your lawnmower. Other than that, man, that's about it. Blades, and it's just good to see y'all. I have a lot of, one guy asked me if he'd heard if I was okay or something happened. I did have a little nervous breakdown. Man, I've been working on my tail off for 17 years, and I've just focused on work. And any family vacation, anything I've ever done has always involved picking up a mower, delivering a mower, or it's always involved work. So this is the first time I've taken like months off. I come up here for like 25, 30 minutes a day. And yeah, that's about it. So I've kind of cut back on the videos, stuff like that. I've still got to do the weed eater video. I've already done it. I just got to figure out how to edit it together and post it. Yeah, you'll see me a little more. I'll start doing some more videos. But I just want to encourage you guys, if you're like me, I'm one-track minded, so I have to do one thing, and I'm all in on that one thing, and I don't really know how to balance things. And so I just want y'all I just want to encourage y'all to turn off work, turn off ministry, turn off everything when you get home, and turn on your family. I lost my first wife. It was 14 years. I hardly ever see my kids anymore. I had my 7-year anniversary, and my wife looked at me on her 7-year anniversary, and we were sick, and we were burying one of our best friends in Nicaragua, and she looked at me. She said, "I can't do this another year." You know, and I said, "What do you mean?" She said, you care about these guys at work. You care about your ministry. You love your ministry. You love the work. You love the guys at work more than you do us." And so I just want to encourage you guys to not be in the same boat that I am twice. Now, what's cool is I've turned work off. I focused on family. I don't, it's almost like I was having an affair with my wife in the bed with her. I was over there texting people and messaging them back on mower information and yards, and she's just laying in the bed next to me, and I can't scratch her back. I can't, talk to her. I can't physically have a conversation with her because I'm having all these conversations online with y'all. I'm really responsive on YouTube too, and I need to shut that down. But yeah, now I'm just kind of I turn it on and then I'm turning it off, because if I'm like any other man, it's really hard for us to balance life. And so I just want to encourage you guys that have stayed on with me so long. I know this is a word, but it's from God, but a lot of you guys aren't Christian and get mad at me for talking and putting scripture in. But I'm telling you right now, even if you're atheist, you still can't. It's hard. Now woman can multitask. She does not understand why you can't even multitask 2 things at one time or 3 things at one time when they can do 30. But you have got to, when you get home, turn the job off, turn your business off, and focus on your child that is so excited that you walked through the door instead of continuing working. Focus on the woman that just wants a kiss from you and a hug from you. She wants to ask you about how your day went. Don't give her any negatives. Just tell her the positives of the day. The negatives are what's going to be on your mind, but she doesn't want to hear all that. She just wants to hear, she said, how does your day go? But she doesn't want to hear the bad stuff. She only wants to hear the good. And so I want you to not be in the same boat as me and lose a 14-year life, 14-year marriage. And then you have a new relationship, 7 years, you're so excited for your anniversary day, and you hear something like that from your wife. I just want to, I don't want you to be in those shoes, and I believe this day that you watch this video, that will change in the name of Jesus. I don't care if you're a Christian or not. You guys need to turn this off. If you're watching my videos, you love mowers, you're passionate about mowing, you're passionate about how your mower cuts. And so your passion, you need to turn that off sometimes for your family, for your children. I talk to so many men, they're like, I've never taken a vacation with my family. Well, we're getting in our car in the morning and we're driving literally, we don't have a hotel. We don't have any agenda. We're just going to start driving. I know I want them to see the Grand Canyon. I've seen it all before, but they haven't. I got to enjoy Redding, California for a year and all the beautiful places, but they haven't. I went to Montana, but I drove through it delivering a tractor. I stopped at a lake and skipped some rocks in the water, and I drove off. I could have spent a month up there exploring. And so I want them to be able to see that. We're going to Florida in a couple of weeks for the Bad Boy meeting. I couldn't extend the stay in our hotel, so I just bought another hotel, and I'm going to take them to, Hollywood Studios or something stupid. It's going to be hot. We're going to have roller coasters to do, but my family's going to enjoy it. And when I found out the cost, you have to get the VIP pass, or you got to wait 2 hours for each ride. So we had to get a VIP pass. So I dropped probably, $1,000 or $1,500 just for the park. And then for a hotel, it was stupid because it's Orlando. So I dropped another $1,000. In my eyes, I'd be wasting $2,600 on nothing. My family's eyes, we're going to be having a blast. And that money is nothing. You're going to die and go in your grave, and you can't take any of it with you. So you might as well enjoy life. Also, 2 weeks. Do you know how much money I can make in 2 weeks buying and selling crap and putting ads on Facebook, doing YouTube videos? But that 2 weeks is I'm going to give to my family instead, So I just encourage you to do the same thing. Thank y'all for watching my videos. Thank you for your support. Please like, subscribe, share. I don't ever ask that in the videos, but I noticed my monetary value's gone down, and I need to keep that up. And also the algorithms are down. I need to keep those up. See, if you guys really like my channel, support it. I will try to put more content on. Again, I'm slowing down, so I'm going to Nicaragua. We bought a house down there. We're staying down there for a while. So I'll try to do some content from there. It may not have mowers in the background, but maybe I can learn how to plug stuff in like these other YouTubers do. But I love you guys, and please pray for us, my family. Pray for me that I learn about this new journey of turning things off and just taking this hat off and putting another hat on. And that's basically what I've been doing. I told my wife, I said, I'm going to come here and do a video for y'all. So I'll be gone for about 20 minutes, And then we're packing up the car and we're headed out. We're also Airbnb in our home so that it makes us a little more income, because our income here is going down, of course, with me not here. But other than that, man, you guys have an amazing day. And I pray that this video encouraged you and helped you, and help shed some light on the cut and why your mower's not cutting right. You probably don't have the deck set right. You probably don't have the right blades on the mower for your type of grass or your situation. I encourage you to try different blades. It may cost you $300, $400, $500 to get your mower cutting right. But even if you have a Craftsman mower, you can get it cutting right by just running different blades on that thing. Love you guys. Have a good day.